Welcome to March 10th. I almost said August. Yesterday I almost said September. Now I almost said August. I'm just waiting for something to drink here.
You got water right there.
I know.
I'm not giving you coffee till later because obviously.
Okay. So, hydrate, guys. Hydrate. So important. My adopted son, Ace, is the one that started me on this. Which, by the way, he emailed me. Thank you very much, Ace. Hello. Say Turdodo. I'm not going to say it the other way. So, good morning. How are you today? I haven't decided if I'm wearing these glasses or the other ones. Let's see what we have here. Well, we know what we have, but we do have choices. Do I just want to be plain Jane today? Or plain Sally today? Or do I want to snappy up things and try to get, myself all hyped up for the new day? I think these are, these are the ones for the Casper. I really think I'm going to call pair.com today and see about that. Doing good. That's great. Where are you from? What area are you from? Hi, Nishant. How are you? Nishant, we're picking out the glasses. I could do the plain Jane black here. Let's see what I got that might go with this. No, those are all fall ones. I don't think red would go with this. I know I have some. I saw some that they had for sale now. Okay, I got the confetti. I got confetti and like the splash. I'll put them up there in a minute. Splash paint like. And this one, let me see what else. I think this one's, well, this has this color in it. This one has this color in it right here. All right, so we have, let's see who's here. Juan, hello, darling. Hello, how are you? Oh man, I would love to go on a date with you, but you know what? I got a ball and chain on my ankle. Yeah, I'm married. 40 years, I can't mess that up. But thank you. Thank you. We could still be friends. We could still go on a friend outing or something. I don't know where you live. Okay, so here we go. I have letter A. Do you want this? Retro. Do you like that? Retro. Or would you like this? This is B. This is letter B. Hello, Lori. We're picking glasses today. While everybody comes in, this is letter B. Lori, this was, let me show you what A was. Okay. Let's start over because Lori is here. All right, letter A, retro. B, whatever that thing's called. So call that whatever. We got the paint splatter, or confetti. Confetti, like confetti. Which one? There's A, B, C, or D. A, stuck together really, really well. B, yes, I am. How about you? It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Are we paying attention here? C or D? Okay, she says C for the paint splatter. Because I had the black ones on and they're kind of boring. Oh, Allie says B. What was B? B were these ones. I'm going to, let me see. B, 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 B. This is B. No, this is C. You know what? I think I'm going to do, Dina says B. That would be these ones. Is this B? Because I have them on my hand and they're all sticking to each other. Now I lost track. All right. Is that right? I think B wins. Yeah. That would be these ones, right? No. Yeah, these are B, correct? The other day I was trying, do that with you guys, and I walked around with 2 pair of glasses on all day because I didn't take the other ones off. Okay, that was a fun little activity with Sally D. There we go. Yeah. I never can make decisions. I saw a pair, like, I got to get on them about getting hired there because I told them every day I do. I'm going to tell them every day I do something with these glasses because I love these glasses. No one came to your birthday party. Well, that's kind of, yeah, I never had a birthday party until I was dating my husband when I was turning 19, the year before I got married. That was the first birthday party I had. I never, because my birthday was in the summer, and my mom's like, nobody really wants to come to your birthday in the summer. They're too busy. But that's okay. I don't know what was in there from last night. Well, oh, that was that, what was that ginger ale you gave me? Werner's ginger ale was in there.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something else. Did you ever take a sip of something and it was something else? Nobody came to your birthday party. Well, you could have a party here, my darling. Party on here. Okay, now where are those holidays Charlie gave me? Oh, this is for a game he wanted me to play with him. And I had them in here. I had them folded in here. And, you know what, Sal? I was talking to Allie last night about different holidays, and then I must have put them somewhere else. Here we go. Today is March 10th. Oh my goodness. Guys, my son's going to be so excited because, listen, it's Mario Day. You know who Mario is?
Super Mario?
Yeah. It says play a Mario video game or say, it's a me, Mario. Is that how he says it? Mm-hmm. It's a me, Mario. Okay, I don't have a very good accent, but yeah, that's what it is today. It says, if you see me jumping during the show, I'm just trying to hit invisible coins. If you see me jumping, I'm just trying to hit invisible coins. Whoop. Anyway, also, it is Find a Payphone Booth Day.
Good luck with that.
I don't think I've seen payphones sporadically, but a phone booth. I don't think, do they even have them on the boardwalk anymore? I remember them having them on the boardwalk years ago. Are there any payphone booths anymore, guys? Anybody have one in their town? Raise your hand. If you're new, please tell me your name and where you're from. I'd like to get to know ya. I don't know. Find a payphone booth day. Look up. Oh, here, Liz, is what it says here. It says, look up pictures of old phone booths and remember life before cell phones. And I don't know, Allie, do you remember payphones? Because you're a young one. Dan's a young one. Roman, are you a young one? Can you remember payphones? It says, kids today think a payphone is a museum exhibit. Probably true.
Yeah.
Like I used to have a dial-up phone for my kids to practice their phone number, and they're like, what's this? I said, you put your finger in it and you dial it. That's the way it used to be. Oh, I only have the push button kind. And now they only have the kind where you just push one button, because I used to memorize everyone's birthdays and set, phone numbers, but now I don't have to do that anymore because it's all in my phone, right? And they send you reminders. So you remember them, Allie? Okay, so let me see what other wacko holiday it is. I think that's the only 2 it has on here. Did anyone do anything with the Barbies? Or, hey, do you have a meatball in your life? There you go. And it was also, yesterday was nap, somewhere that you always wanted to nap. Anywhere you want. Oh my goodness, where did they come up with this stuff? But I just like doing this. But coming up on, let's see, I believe it's Friday? Let me think. Friday, let me see here. Yeah, I believe it's Friday. It's the smoke out. Can you look that up for me, Daryl? Is March 13th? Oh, it's Friday the 13th also. Believe it or not, there is still a payphone booth at the rest stop on the way home from the lake. Yeah, you know what? They would pretty much have to have something like that for people who are stranded, right? Right? Do they still have, like at the mile markers, do they still have emergency phones for people that get caught on the highway? See, my phone, this, every day he does this. He moves my camera like it's an earthquake.
You talking about the Great American Smokeout?
Yeah.
It says the third Thursday of November.
No, it was March 13. Let me see. I'm almost positive, but I'm almost positive that was the date. Oh, dear heavens. So much for being prepared. But I've been going over some other things, too, for the show on Saturday. Different kind of, instead of doing the same old trivia, I don't know. What do you guys, did you guys like that thing with marriage and that? Good morning, Mike. When we were doing that kind of stuff. Hello, Rhonda. Because we were thinking about doing it because we were doing it so silly. Like we could be more serious about it. Well, maybe we can't. But if you guys want to do that again, and because there was so much back and forth. And then this week we're really working on getting a recipe. I'm going through all these books. A recipe that CL and the Daniel can also participate and make for themselves. And it's going to be we're trying to do like easy kind of recipes that you guys could do, but some of them turn into a lot of cutting in that. But what did we do? I think the peanut butter pie that Daryl made, I don't think that he made for when we went over to Glenn's house for dinner. There is a way to make that as a diabetic one too. So I'll have to get that on there. I don't think did you publish that yet?
I started playing, it let me play around with it a little bit, and then I never finished.
Okay, I can show you how to use CapCut. Are you looking for a sugar-free or diabetic-friendly recipe? Yeah, to make for our show on Saturday night, and that we can make for CL and Daniel, because I want everybody to be able to interact with these recipes, and really I should be making that kind of stuff for myself, because I'm borderline and I don't. My dad was whew. Mike says, Big D, I believe you will find a job soon.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. I do. But whenever we talk about that, it's like my heart beats like boom, boom, boom. But I'm trusting in God. I'm trusting in God. I'm trying. Okay, I have a few. Let me see if I have something that's not too involved. Okay, yeah, and just can you email it to me or? I hear ya. Yeah. Oh, so I had a doctor appointment. I'm trying to get all them in before the end of the month so that, because my insurance is going to run out. So the lady called me and said I could get this one procedure done and, I could get it done, blah, blah, blah. And then last night at 7 o'clock, when you can't call them, guess what? Actually, Sally, yes, we all should be cutting out sugar, Lori. I agree. Because it's poison. I mean, I think about how I feel after I have stuff, even, carbs. And I was telling Lori this morning, stop, even with smoking, I think I was telling Mike that too. I'm not smoking anymore. God is my witness. I'm promising that I can't, I just feel like I can't breathe. And if I'm going to beat Lori in that 5K, well, I didn't say, I could beat Lori in the 5K as Daryl's pushing me along in a wheelbarrow, right? Hey, Izzy, how are you? Izzy's podcast. But that's okay, right? If I'm in a wheelbarrow. Lori. Lori's probably out running right now.
Well, they're going to be motorized because I don't run.
Well, you gotta push me somehow, Daryl. Anyway, I'm gonna get on that real. I'm gonna be ready for Lori. I'll be ready. So thank you, CL. Honey, I finally found your email. I'm really bad with email. I have. No, I'm not lying. They gave me a notice. I have 300,000 emails. I know. I'm not kidding you. Yahoo and Gmail told me I have to get rid of them or they will do it for me. But I'm so worried if I click something, it might be something that my mom sent me before, and she's gone, or pictures are in there that I don't have. Like, I have to take time to go through it. And Daryl's like, well, got to go through and unsubscribe. I am not doing it for that many. But I might as well just close it out. Even my new email is getting cluttered with stuff, and I don't give it out but to anyone here on YouTube. But thank you, CL. Now I can send you pictures. I can send you pictures of all the bassets that I see. Let's see. Hello, Kimberly. Hello. How are you? Okay, Joey's gonna yell at me for singing. So, all right, we are going to get started with our. Ooh, today, Tuesday, March 10th, is Radiance. All of you beautiful people are radiating out here in all that gloriness. It says, I shine the light of God. I am radiant. When a couple gets married or new parents gaze upon their newborn baby, it is often said that they look radiant. Their radiance is the light of God within them, shining forth as pure as joy. As pure love and joy. Yeah, do you remember those days, ladies and men? Men have it too. I think men have it too. When you have a new baby and you're just radiant. Hello, burnt eggs. How are you, darling? How are you? So, or when you first get married, before you know that he leaves his underwear everywhere, or he gets a shower and it's there, and the toothbrush here with the toothpaste open and all that. That's when you really got to start that training session, ladies. And then after a while, when you get older like me, he has his bathroom and I have my bathroom. You see, that's where the secret is there. See, I'm telling you, that's why I'm thinking we should have this marriage thing as part of our, Daryl and I get on here and, let's talk about marriage. I think it might be fun. I don't know what you guys think. But we always find something funny about it. So today I remember the radiance need not be reserved for those special occasions. Hi, Jen. I'm watching my daughter. Wow. We make our way to college. Wait. Oh, you're watching this. Okay. Oh, man, to college. Wow. I remember that when Maddie went, oh, I hope you're okay with it, Jen. Today, I remember that radiance need not be reserved for special occasions. Instead, I can call it forth by being mindful of my many blessings and living a life full of gratitude. I heard something on the YouTube last night, and somebody, I'm not going to take credit for it because some guy said it. He says you need to change the attitude to gratitude. I don't know, maybe you guys heard that before, but I like that. You need to change the attitude, the tude to gratitude. Wow. That's pretty good. Don't you think that's a good one? Change the attitude to gratitude. You can say that to your teenagers too. Well, if you have a teenager that's, sassy. But my boys, they went through a little spell of being sassy, but they understand, I don't know, because we were so involved with the church, they didn't have time to do that. But, change the attitude to gratitude. I love that. Did anybody ever hear that before? I never did. Oh, there's my Angela. Hello, Angela. Or how do you say it? My name is Angela. Is that how you say it, Ange? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Hey, how are your workouts going, Ange? Are you still getting up and doing them? Because, man, that girl, she's a hard worker. She goes to the gym. Ooh. Even at those times, I may feel my reserves of joy and energy running low. I pause to remember the divine light within me that, like the sun, never fades. Yeah, with our reserves, Daryl and I, our reserves, we're running high, when he first lost his job. And now our reserves and our joy and our energy are starting to run low. Not that we're not having faith that Daryl gets a job. Trying to reach, yes, I heard that in the church of Fort Lauderdale, very encouraging. Okay. Let's see. Who said that? I'm losing my spot. My teacher used to say that attitude is 99% and ability is 1%. So if you have a bad attitude, you won't accomplish anything. There you go. There you go. Smart teacher. Hashtag core crew. That's right. I love that, Allie. Allie, celebrate your wins. Yes, there is sugar in everything. Our food has gone downhill through the years. Well, Allie girl, I had that challenge for you. I'm dedicated now, Allie. We were fooling around before. You know how we pinky sweared? Pinky swore, but you got that little guy, Merritt. You have your little guy to focus on him, and let's not do that poison anymore. Sugar, right? I tried to count the clocks when we changed them, and I think I messed up. I don't think I have 50. That's why I said in the comments, somebody guess how many clocks we have. I think I have less than that. So that's I'm gonna.
I took a count.
Yeah. Don't tell them. We're gonna have a contest.
Okay, I'm not saying it work.
Sometimes it's nice having him here, and sometimes not so much. He needs to go work. They say sugar is more addictive than cocaine. Which one do you go to read first? Which one do I go to read first? I have them everywhere. So if I sit here, I can see one there. That atomic clock still did not change its time, but I have one over there, up there. I love these clocks. I always wanted to have a design like that because I've seen it in a magazine before. But this one clock right up there, I'll show you sometime. It does the days of the week. Like I have clocks that go backwards, so you really have to think about it. I have all kinds of. I'll have to give you a tour of my clock collection because they're not just a bunch of clocks. They're clocks that do different things. You know what I'm saying? It's not, oh, I collect clocks and here's another boring clock. But no, they do different things. I had one, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I had one that it would light up and it would have one thing like the words and then something happened that just burned out, huh?
Yeah, the power.
Yeah, because you have to read it because it had the words and it had columns and you had to read what it said. But that one conked out, but I might try to find another one of those someday. Okay, let's see. So I don't know which one I read first. If I come up the steps, it's the one above the sink. If I come, it's like, oh, I hope you got the one above the sink because last time we changed the clocks, he didn't change that clock for a long time. Hello, Daniel. I was talking about the recipe we're going to do here. Let's see. Nostalgic. Oh, yeah. I got stickers in the mail. You got your stickers in the mail? Did you open it yet? You're going to do it online, right? Hello, my Genevieve. You leave me such beautiful, beautiful messages, honey. And she says, good morning, my beautiful friend on this channel. May your life be blessed and amazing. Sending healing power. Thank you so much. You always leave such beautiful messages. CL says, I'm just lazy, so I make old-fashioned oats every morning. No, I used to be in when I was teaching, I just had a salad every day. No sugar when you make it from scratch. Yeah. But I used to not eat breakfast and then have a salad because elementary schools, we eat lunch like 10:45, 11. It was real early. So, hello, Skipping Pin. Good morning. Hey, how are you? Um, let's see. Why so many clocks behind you? I just explained that. I have a collection of clocks. And it started with a young man. It was in my class. Oh, thank you for the flower. Um, so a young boy in my class says at the end of the year, he presented me with a mantle clock and he says, Mrs. D, this is for our time together. And I like that concept of time. So that's why Pishma 4274. Okay. Unknown practitioner. Are you seriously going to ask me the same question they did? Oh my. You have to hit the rewind. Back it up a little bit and you can hear it twice. Hi, I'm playing Farming Simulator. Oh, that's neat, Vox. 1313. I like the number 13. You finally said my name right. Skipping pin? What did I say before? Skyping pin. Oh, nice, says unknown practitioner. Okay. I'm trying to catch up here. That's really sweet. What's really sweet? Oh, the little boy. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Hey, Rick! Hello, darling. We haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? How's it going at the bookstore and all that? Good morning from beautiful Virginia. Record temps today, close to 80. Wow, get at that swimsuit. Open up the pool. Get it all ready there, Rick. Sugar was 94. That is so awesome. So awesome, Daniel, that your sugar is finally getting regulated. You must get asked that all the time. What do I get asked all? I get asked a lot of strange things, but I just go, and just like, yeah, sometimes I answer and sometimes I just skip past it because it's just so old, so monotonous, Yes, I am a teacher. I taught kindergarten for, I don't know, 20 some years, and I taught every grade actually from pre-K all the way to 8. And 8th grade was a nightmare. I can tell you stories. That's why I'm thinking about sometimes having a second live, because I'm supposed to be doing religion here and I'm talking to you guys about stuff. And I like to talk to you about stuff, but a lot of people come on here that want to talk about religion and not stuff. So let me see here. Even at those times I may feel my reserves of joy and energy running low, I pause to remember the divine light within me, like the sun never fades. I turn my attention from all of that my trouble and my blah blah that troubles my mind or cause me to feel drained, and toward everything in my life that is good and right. Joy fills me as I radiate God's love. And it says Psalms 34:5. Look to him and be radiant, so your faces shall never be ashamed. Look at him and be radiant, so your faces will never be ashamed. Psalms 34:5. And there's still no sunshine out there, so sunrise. Hey, last night too, I know I'm talking about silly stuff, but last night I got to say hi to Merritt, Allie's little boy. He's so cute. He said, I love you and I want to meet you so I could give you a hug, right, Allie? And then he was blowing me kisses. It was such an adorable thing there. Did my hair nice today? Actually, have you ever seen, look here, look. Did you ever see the movie Something About Mary? I don't want to talk about it on here, but that's what my hair looks like right here. Okay, look up the movie, the part where she puts some stuff in her hair, and then you find out what it was. Okay, Daniel, I was looking at sugar meters that don't poke you. They have ones that you can get. Huh. I never heard. Well, how do they check your blood? That's weird. I'd like to hear about that too, Allie. Maybe you could do, a collaboration live with Daniel, and the two of you can be on the screen together like you did before. I'm gonna do more of those coming up too. I meant you must get asked about the clocks all the time. Oh yeah, yep. I just started in here, but I used to do it in front of the fireplace, but I have to take some things out of there that Allie told me I should not have in there. So I have to listen to my Allie girl because she knows what she's talking about. Allie, I do no sugar, vanilla, almond milk, cinnamon, no sugar, dark chocolate, no sugar, dark chocolate chips, and sometimes a splash of no sugar Harry Potter coffee creamer. Harry Potter? I never heard of Harry Potter. Getting a little out of hand with this Harry Potter. And it says, Rick says, hey, Big D, all is well at the bookstore, putting in garden planters. Taking advantage of this nice weather, temps drop into the 40s on Thursday, mixed with some rain. I don't know, I still don't trust it. I never heard of an early spring. Psalms 34:5, one behind. Debbie Sue, I have been praying for you and hubby. I hope you're both doing good. Debbie Sue, do you have an update on your channel, honey? That sounds good. I'm really sick of eggs. Yes, he is my pride and joy. Yes, that little darling. And those who look to him for help will be radiant with joy. No shadow of shame will darken their faces. And that's from Psalms 34:5. It's the same as oxygen meter at the doctor. It's the same. What's the same? Oh, you mean the blood thing? Is that what she's talking about? Okay. Whew. All right. Okay, hello, Tiny K. Hi, darling. Hello. How are you, sweetheart? I love seeing you come in. Okay, so it says, I live the truth I know. A timeless spiritual principle tells me it is not enough to understand spiritual teachings. To fully experience their transformation, power, and change in my life, I must live the truth I know. By using my favorite spiritual practices, including meditation and prayer, work with denials and affirmations, and creative visualization, I have learned I can change my thoughts and feelings in a deep and lasting way. But it's so hard to, when you first start doing, well, at least for me, because I'm a scatterbrain, but it's so hard for me to just sit down and meditate sometimes. And that's why, I made suggestions for some of you that have minds that go everywhere. I can go in the bottom of, there's something about going in the bottom of your closet and turning the light out. It's like when you're a little kid playing hide and seek. It's nice in there. The only problem is when you try to get back up when you're my age. It's like, I'm gonna have to put a handle in here, Daryl. Help me get out of this closet. Or you know what else too? I know it sounds weird. Sitting in the bathtub with the with no water in it, and just sitting in there and just nobody's in there bothering you. I don't know. Do you ever guys, when you're little, put blankets in the bathtub? My kids, they wanted to see what it was like to sleep in the bath. I camp out in the bathroom. In the bathtub. I don't know. Is that strange? So anyway, there's places that I need to go, and it doesn't matter where I go, because if that helps me, then that's what I'm going to do. But a lot of times, just sitting in the car with it, parked in the driveway toward the house, not looking out because then I'll be nebbing at all the neighbors. Hey, Philip. Hey, I want to tell you thank you for supporting our Alley girl and watching her videos. Yes, she is the singing fisherwoman. So thank you so much, Philip, for supporting her. I really am happy about that. I like to see my peeps go and check out everybody else's channels. That's so awesome. It's building our community, literally. Spiritual living helps me change my life. I am strengthened and comforted knowing spiritual truth is changeless. I can rely on the enduring presence of God as I continue to explore my inner world and grow and deepen in understanding. From Psalms 25:5. Psalms 25:5, it says, "Lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all day long." Lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all day long. And that's Psalms 25:5. I love this daily word book because I like the way it talks about things. Because, I love reading from the Bible too, but sometimes it, with the ye, it's not in layman's terms. Allie says, yes, Philip, I am working on a new video and you are subscriber of the day. Wow. Ah, that's so sweet. Do you hear that, Philip? I love Allie because she has a little TV thing, and you got to pay attention. It's on there. Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the God who saves me all day long. I put my hope in you. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we're trying to get Big D, Philip, to get some rest. He has stuff to put on his channel. There's always something in life happening, always something. Now it is, he's looking for a job, It's craziness. Craziness. Let's see what we have here. What is that? Fishing with Allie. So that little poppy flower, Allie, that someone said on there, what is that? Like, is that money, or is that, I don't understand this YouTube stuff. I don't think I ever will. I like Crown Wars. I understand Crown Wars, but I don't understand the points where they go when you win. I don't know. Everything's always changing on YouTube, and it's like, so I need lemon water or just lemon juice. It translates to money. Oh, it does eventually. The other day when Lori and we were over there on Yvonne's channel, and I had money in there, and then it dropped, and then it said, you know what it said? It said that Lori, it said that I purchased 33 gifts or something, and I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how to transfer that into buying a gift or buying something. Okay, because it said that I went on some channels and bought things, for people, and I'm like, I don't even have any money too, but it took out of that till. I don't understand it. I need someone to look at this stuff for me, because I'm real weird about, like, good morning, Nana. I'm real weird about, like, PayPal and things. I'm telling you, I got taken advantage of there. I don't know how people get into it. So, yeah, so I'm getting Mike's mug. Mike bought a mug off of me, and I will show you guys before I mail that out. Unless Mike doesn't want to see, he'll have to close his eyes. And I have another special person who's going to be receiving a mug, but it's a surprise from me, and they're going to be surprised. Anyway, Not if I keep talking, though. Not if I keep talking, big mouth. Okay. I always do that. I always tend to give things away. Oh, yeah, everybody picked it out. And Yvonne has her affirmations after this. And I don't know, Yvonne's always in my head because hers like is a continuance. Thank you, Mike. Mike, you don't need to do that because you're working all these hours. Thank you, Mike. Remember, say thank you. Accept gifts. That's what Lori tells me. Say thank you. Thank you, Michael. Can you be my friend? You're gonna pay me? Is this a weekly thing? No. I got I have your thing. And I also have something that I'm making for Mike. I didn't start it. I gotta get going because his birthday's coming up in April and it will be here fast. But I'm making something special for Mike for his birthday because he is my little brother. And that's why we argue so much, but I only want the best for Mike. I only want the best for you, Michael. But I guess my lectures are unacceptable. It's all in the presentation of how you give a lecture, right? Hey, Chris, how are you doing? I'll let you know. I don't know if he wants all of YouTube world to know. Sought after, the Son of Man has come to seek. If you want them all to know, Mike, then you can tell them. The Son of Man has come to seek and to save that which was lost. That's Luke 19:10. No matter how far we feel we have strayed, God is Start over. Okay, yeah, his birthday is in April. That's all we can tell you right now. And it's near my brother's birthday. So if you pay attention, then you know when his birthday is. And my best friend's birthday is the same day. Yeah, yeah. If you paid attention to all the videos, then you would know. Okay. No matter how far we feel we have strayed, God is undeterred in his love toward us. He is the shepherd who leaves the masses to seek out the lost one, the one lost vulnerable lamb. He does not give up on those he loves, so we cannot disqualify ourselves based on our own ideas and worthiness. Oh my gosh, worthlessness. Oh, Sally, say that again. For our own ideas and worthiness. I almost did it again. After all, he turns coal to diamonds. Oh, Daryl, can you change coal to diamonds?
Yeah, give me about 1,000,000 years.
Okay. Well, that diamond art, I was calling it, what was I calling it? Little buttons or something? Little jewel, and Nana's saying, that's not that, those are diamonds. I'm like, oh, my diamonds, for that diamond art. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He is not going to cast away the worn out or the defenseless. He goes to the edges of society and speaks his life over them. He is not too holy to show up in the most unexpected places. So God is not too, he's not too good to go somewhere, right? Okay, honey. Bye, Merrick. Bye, honey. Kisses from Aunt Sal. So anyway, he goes to the edges of society, speaks his life over them. He is not too holy or too stuck up to show up in the most unexpected places. Wherever you are, know that God pursues you with his fiery love. Turn to him, for he is near. It says, recognize that no matter where you are today, you are not out of God's reach. And, like some people, well, I'm not going over there side of town, or whatever. But, Jesus didn't care. He would go wherever. And, that's what he'll still do for you today. So I would, not be hard on yourself, guys, especially if you did something in the past. It's all about forgiveness. Isn't that what Lent's all about, guys? I think. you know, but it's all about forgiveness. Like, you know, if you did something in your life and you feel really horrible about, and you're trying to make amends with yourself and with God, right? Um,
No.
then, you know, this is the perfect time to do that during Lent, because it's the time of you know, getting ourselves all cleaned up, getting us ready. You know, like, you know how we clean up the spring cleaning and we're doing the stuff in the yard, getting everything prepared for our beautiful yards in the sunshine. I cannot wait. Anyway, so hello, Chaudhry. Hello, honey. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Still having trouble with that leg. It's still. Allie's supposed to help me out with some things there today. Allie, don't forget to text me that name of that stuff. Anyway, so we're getting all the spring cleaning done and all the cobwebs out of our ears and everything, because it's not just spring cleaning with the environment, it's our hearts need some cleaning too, every once in a while, you know. Our hearts need cleaned, our souls need cleaned. Do you guys think that too? I do. I know there's times where I start to feel like, oh man, I need to renew my mind, and, you know, just regroup. Everyone just stop all the chaos around me. I just want to say, stop. Stop the insanity. Who was that used to do that?
Susan Powell.
Susan Powder. She used to say, "Stop the insanity." You remember that blonde chick with the spiky hair? Stop the insanity. It was some kind of diet program or something. Anyway, stop the insanity. Let's get ourselves ready for Easter Sunday, for, you know, the new beginnings, all the new flowers. That's what Easter's about. It's about all the new beginnings and how we can start over. And there's always a way to start over. And you know, that start over isn't meant for people just like, oh well, I'm just gonna do this and I'll tell God I'm sorry later. That doesn't count, right? And so we have to try to be wonderful for our spouses and for everyone that in our lives too, you know, like our husbands and our wives and our children, you know, where I have great hope for some outcome for this Easter, you know, with my son, you know, but we'll see. And my other son is coming in 97 more days. The countdown continues. 97 more days to Matty Joe. And he was so excited whenever I call Matthew so many names. It's Matty Joe, MJ. So you got to keep up with the names. Hey, we have a contest. How many names do I call my son? He's just a joy in my heart. Both of my sons are, but he's coming to visit me. I'm so excited. I really want to go visit him, you know, and see his house and stuff too. But I'll get around there someday. But here we go with, you know, Easter's coming and we need to prepare ourselves, right? That's what Lent is all about, right? Is it? You know, preparing. Are we preparing? You know, like it says, you know, when I say, people say they're giving this and that up for Lent, why don't we, instead of giving stuff up, do some things? Like I told you guys before, I did this little calendar, you know, that the kids could color it in, and how many they get. You know, I'd check to see how many they got for their Lenten journey of 40 days, and it would be like feed the dog, or, you know, and if they didn't have that, then they could just color it in, right? If they didn't have a dog to feed. What's his job? You don't gotta answer my question. Whose job, honey? What's his job? Says Hope. Hope says, what's his job? You don't gotta answer. We talk about Lent at my church, but we're not Catholic. Yeah, because you know what, Philip, it is it's a season of preparation, and you know, even if you aren't, you know, Catholic or whatever, you know, it's still a preparation of doing something better for yourself. But I don't think it's just Catholics that talk about Lent. Aren't other churches talk about the preparation before Easter comes? Well, I'm still trying to figure out what Hope was. What's his job? You don't. My son's job?
He's the oldest.
Oh, are you talking about my son who's coming to visit? Oh, my oldest son. My oldest son. I don't.
He's a quality engineer.
I don't want to really say with that, but he does live near me. Now, do you know him? He has a channel. It's a faceless channel, on YouTube. I don't know. I have hope. Hope. I have hope. But thank you for asking about my son. Lent is for Christians. Okay. The Catholic Church has done a lot of terrible things, but there's really amazing, wonderful Catholics out there. Yeah, I had some things. I had some things, Philip, done to me by the Catholic Church, but like you said, those are the people that ran the church. It doesn't mean I'm giving up my faith in God, because God didn't do. It's the people that were in charge of the church that turned it into like a gang or some kind of mafia or something. I'm sorry, Catholics. I'm sorry. Sorry, Pope. But that's what it is. If you would know the things that were done to me through the Catholic Church. You know, so yeah, it's very heartbreaking after putting all of my career and, you know, making 25,000 a year. And then, and I considered that my act of charity as part of my, you know, because I didn't get paid very much. That was my act of charity. That's how I was okay with it, you know, going to work like that. Philip's sad to say it's not the Catholic churches. Yeah, right. Religion is man-made. It's going to have flaws. Yes, it is. It is, very much so. I was born, raised Roman Catholic, and after a situation with the church, I sadly left and just decided to believe in God and develop my life to Christ rather than a church who's only wanted money. Yeah, you know, Dana, that's another thing too. See, I'm getting sidetracked again. Like we would go to mass and it would be collection plate, the regular collection plate. Here comes another one. And the one day, was it 4, Daryl?
Yeah.
4 times they sent that
homily.
around.
No homily.
No, 4 times. And I was like, where am I supposed to be getting this money from? I have kids here. And I said, this is too much. And then they had what was called the parish share program, where they wanted a percentage of your income. And I was like, you have 4 baskets going around, and they call you on the phone, and they made it like you owed it to them, like it was a bill. And I already had enough bills. Oh, and they wanted a donation for kids to go to the circus, and my kids have never been to the circus. I don't know. Okay. Enough talking about people. Sally. All right. So I guess Jerry Ginger isn't here to say hello to his little friends. Jerry Ginger was found, if you ever watched Jerry Ginger's channel, he found that little gingerbread dude in the garbage. And we found this out in our yard. We don't know where it came from, so we washed it. You know, it's like you can see it's been there in a while, and it's not brown anymore. It's kind of a white colored gingerbread, and I got water on it. But that's him, and then of course my Patty McPatrick. You know, he's not a gnome. He's a leprechaun. Don't call him a gnome. Yeah, I used to love doing those little things to those kiddos. Oh my gosh, they would come in. Oh no, the leprechauns came. And I had a big treasure chest, and you know how they have, you know how Rolos is gold, and I had a whole treasure chest full of, like a little treasure chest with it was all coming out on the floor. And I'm like, look guys, you can each take 5 or whatever pieces and put it in your backpack. until snack time or whenever, but I always wanted them to go home with it because I didn't want them to get any sugar stuff in my classroom, because then they'd be flying off the one. Hey, Jasmine, honey, how are you enjoying your break? Daryl says we have a very strong faith, but we don't believe in organized religion. Okay. Yes, Jasmine's here. So that thing there too. But I am thinking about having like another live. I don't know if I want to be dedicated to, or it could just be a random one. I'm going to think about that some more, because I would love to have something where you guys can come on and stuff. And there's so many talented people, and I've said this before, but you know, I could have Allie on here and she can show us how to cast things. She can show us how she sings with her beautiful voice and her guitar. And I can meet her son. Also, CL. CL is so talented. And I know you could go over there, but you know, being a kindergarten teacher, I think it's very appropriate that I have show and tell. Next thing you know, we're going to have reading circle. I'm going to make them all into my class. Daryl. But yeah, you know, because you guys are so talented. CL can talk about the paint and how she goes. Maybe there's people, you know, some of you out there that you know want to learn about, you know, a different craft and stuff, and you go on these channels and it'd be more personable because you would be able to actually ask her stuff. Okay, and then Nana does that diamond art, which I opened that thing up. I don't know how I'm gonna see those little tiny diamonds. So maybe do they have ones for kids like beginner with bigger diamonds? Not that I'm trying to be stingy and have bigger diamonds, but I wanted to, you know, bigger spots to put them in, because that one I bought, that's too advanced for me. They're like, I need to start with a small thing because I'm gonna be like so overwhelmed. Good morning, Munchie. How are you? Or good night, Munchie. How are you? They do have easier ones. Well, maybe I'll give that one to you, Yvonne, and you could do it for me. I'll come on your live while you're doing it for me, and I could watch you and talk to you. That's pretty lame, Sally. But yes, so those are some kind of things that I want to do with the channel, and I have some other silly things to do. I don't know if you saw my blind dog dancing around with our dog that passed away, you know, Gabriel. He was having a good old time in there, and if you don't see him patting it, you know, Zeke, you know, his angel friend. That diamond art reminds me of Bejewels. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. But that stuff you could put on your clothes. Do you remember when we used to use that? What was that stuff we used to write on the shirt?
Liquid embroidery.
Liquid embroidery, how you can make shirts and stuff. And now everything's so advanced. Because I put, I had Snoopy stickers and we put them on here. I got this tray at Aldi, a blue tray, and I put them on here. And then poured the resin on top, so it's a nice waterproof thing. But I have all my stickers on there, and I'm making one with my Smurf stickers because I collect Smurfs too. But my Charlie Brown in that too. So I have lots of little ideas to come up with different, you know, jobs for me. But anyway, we could do that, and I could send it back to you. Yvonne, I was kidding. You don't have to do all that for me, love. But that would be so nice. To work I go. All right. Thanks for calling me yesterday, Dana, and telling me those things. That was so nice to hear from you. And I had this little thing. Maybe I'll start it next time. Because now I'm just such a disarray. Hi, Libby. I actually slept with, I'm going to tell Lori this and everybody, and then I'll let you guys go. I'll let you go because it's only 8:01. I'm on time for once in my life. I actually slept with little guy last night, Sammy, and Daryl lowered the bed. We got a new frame. He finally finished that. And I actually went to bed at a decent hour. I think it was 12:30 or 1 o'clock. That's decent for me, guys. That's Shaquille. Good morning. And then I found this thing on the internet, and it had, you could listen to, let me see what it was from, God's Plan, okay? And it's like 6 hours long. So it's like you can listen to it with your headphones and go to sleep. And it's very relaxing. How are you, Shaquille? So I got three and a half hours sleep. Now you guys think that's like ridiculous. That's more like all in a row. And I have my CPAP machine on. So I have a little bit of a headache today, but because my body's like, sleep, what's that? But I actually went to sleep. So I might just keep listening to God's Plan here, because he just gives a bunch of things. So if you want to, he has like shorts on here. I think it's a he. I don't know. It's at God's Plan, GODSPLAN dash H3N. At God's Plan dash H3N. I'll try to put a link in my description. But I was very, very touched by that. And he had a premiere, and I told Lori about it, and she was listening to it too. I know, Lori. Tell me about it. Now, if I could just get a little bit more, Lori, can you imagine if I got 6 to 8 hours sleep?
You wouldn't know what to do.
I would be so excited if I got that. I know, because I get an hour here, 2 hours here. I have not gotten more than 2 hours in the last 10 years. I'm up all night. How do I feel this morning? I have just a little bit of a headache, just a little bit of a headache, but that might have been because, worrying about stuff. I know. No, I'm not worrying, guys. No, I'm going to pray. Don't worry. Hello, Sean. How are things out there? At the big, the big mansion. You saying hello to your friend there, Daryl? At least some people are loyal, right, Daryl?
Yeah.
So I hope everything's going okay with you, Sean. And I'm just kind of sad at the people that, did that to my hubs, but we won't go there. 2 hours is your baseline. Let's tick that up. Yeah, I know. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And, closer Daryl gets to getting a job, I know it's going to be freedom, because I have him here all day long. It's like a test run in retirement. I can see why these ladies get a little crazy having their husbands around all the time. You love them to death, and you can joke around so much and dance in the kitchen so much, and then it's like, can you just go somewhere? So I sent him shopping with my brother yesterday, which I felt bad because I've been neglecting my brother. So thank you so much, Philip, for liking and subscribing. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Daryl does consider you a good friend. I just get a little sarcastic sometime, and I never hurt anybody because I could say a lot of things, Sean. I could let it loose, Sean. But I'm being very respectful, even though they aren't respectful. You can't miss him if they don't leave. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, but Sean used to work with my hub, so be nice to him. He didn't do anything to Daryl, but he's just checking on his friend. And I think that's a good friend, right, Sean? Yeah, and we're still invited to the wedding, right? I would like to go dance somewhere other than in my kitchen. Yeah, so that's today's show, and maybe, just maybe I'll show up somewhere else because I have to escape the madness, or maybe we'll do something together. I don't know. I don't know. We never know what's going to happen here anymore. So, all right, guys. I'll see you when I see you because I love you. And I can sing because Joey's not here. I'll talk to you guys later. Look at this hair. Look up something about Mary, and you'll see what this... You'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Bye, CO. I love you too, honey. Bye, Kim. Oh, it doesn't want to go off. It wants